Viewed from a boat, the Poor Knights Islands off the Northland coast are spectacular. Cliffs, caves, and crystal clear water. This is sailing at its best. But go beneath the waves and you enter a world of breathtaking wonder. The journey to the islands starts in Tutukaka, a pretty port 30 minutes east of Whangarei.
Righto guys, good morning everyone. If I could have your attention please. Are we all feeling all right this morning?
On board is an eclectic mix of young and old from countries all over the world. Many have come to New Zealand with the express purpose of diving the Poor Knights Islands.
I was recommended to come up to the Poor Knights, renowned for being one of the best dive sites in New Zealand, so I had to come up.
I was told that the Poor Knight Islands are one of the best places to go diving, so I took the opportunity and jumped on it.
I found out that it was supposed to be one of the top 10 dive spots in the world, so, you know, figured it'd be silly not to do it while I'm here down in New Zealand.
At the back of the boat, there's a man who knows these waters better than almost anyone on the planet. Underwater cameraman Dave Abbott has been filming here ever since the Poor Knights became a full no-take marine reserve 15 years ago.
I have dived in a lot of places around the world and a lot of places that have that reputation of being top dive sites. But for me, this is really is difficult to beat. It really is right up there on a world scale. I've done close to 1,500 dives just around these islands, and I'm still seeing new things and getting surprises every time I dive here. That doesn't happen in many places around the world.
Dave says much of the diversity springs from the island's unique underwater topography and its location at the point where warm currents from the north meet more temperate ones from the south. But he says it's the island's marine reserve status that allows that diversity to flourish.
The snapper numbers, or the biomass of snapper, they have estimated that it's come up by between 500 and 1,000% over 10 years since it became a full no-take reserve.
Yeah, 5 to 10 times the number of snapper in the waters beneath us.
Yeah, and not only is there more snapper, there's also more big fish. And of course the big fish are the breeders, so you've got a real sort of a pool of breeding fish here, and those fish spread out to the coast, and it keeps the recreational fishermen happy, the commercial fishermen happy, and divers are happy to see, you know, the abundance of life that you get in a reserve here.
At this point, my curiosity gets the better of me. I haven't dived for at least 5 years, so there are a few nerves, but Dave's description of what lies beneath is just too tempting to resist.
You should have some reasonable views, good 20 metres or so. It's a really fishy site here too. Got good sunlight on it, should be a really beautiful dive.
And with that, I step off the boat into another world. The next 30 minutes pass as if in a parallel universe. Which of course in some ways it really is. My GoPro is working well. It even does a passable job of capturing the surreal moment we enter an underwater air pocket.
So yeah, welcome to the inside of the Poor Knights Islands. Wow! Birdie's came before this one. It's incredible! Pretty choice, eh? Because we're still 8 metres underwater at the moment.
Out of the cave, we plunge back into the thriving diversity Dave had been talking about. His camera doing a stunning job of capturing all the colour and vibrancy.
How's that? That was amazing.
Definitely the biggest snapper I've ever seen in my life. Those 4 or 5 you're filming for a while, and they're more than half a metre, right?
Yeah, no, I'd say they're bigger, sort of 20 plus pound.
Whoa!
And it's something you won't see outside of a reserve so often.
It's an experience that's made the 2,400 hectare reserve a big part of the local economy. Tens of thousands of dives take place here every year, providing direct employment for 200 and wider economic spin-offs of up to $10 million. But despite the success, the reserve wasn't always so popular.
There was quite a bit of resistance to it being made a full reserve. I mean, there's some of the older fishermen fished here for years. They saw it as their right, and they weren't too happy when they could no longer fish here. But I think now everyone can appreciate that the difference this reserve has made to fish numbers has been so worthwhile.
There are now 37 reserves across New Zealand, accounting for 9.5% of our territorial waters. It sounds impressive until you realise that 97% of that area is around islands hundreds of kilometres off New Zealand's coasts.
So that leaves 3% of the area of our coastal New Zealand where people can go and experience a marine reserve. So really we need a lot more area.
Thank you.
Awesome. First dive, how was it?
Good, it was great, it was mean. All the different fish, eh?
What was it like?
Pretty cool, warm, the water was warm. Saw some stingrays.
Check out that smile. It might have been his first dive. It's unlikely to be his last.
Anyone who's dived around the world and dives here realises what a unique, special place this is. Kiwis really need to get up to speed. Every Kiwi should come out here and dive here. It would make things a lot easier for implementing marine reserves.